In October 2002, following one of the biggest hunts for a serial rapist since the Yorkshire Ripper, police appealed for help to catch the M25 rapist.
The victims have ranged from the age of 10 to a woman in her 50s.
These were offences that were actually still being committed. They weren't historical. This person was a danger to the public, and we needed the exposure that Crimewatch could give us.
A viewer put the clues together and rang in. As a result, police arrested and charged Anthony Inyella.
I was actually in bed. My son took the call, and I just leapt out of bed. I was so ecstatic that he'd finally been caught.
A railway worker was today given 7 life sentences. He was found guilty of a series of vicious attacks on women and girls in a year-long campaign of terror.
What Crimewatch did for us and can do for us is it actually visualises the offences. It actually puts it clearly in the public's mind so they can remember where they were. They can give us vital information that eventually led to the arrest of the suspect.
We need the members of the public to assist us, and I would like to thank those people who watch Crimewatch and phone in with their information. Thank you so much for helping us in the important job we do of keeping the streets of this country safe.
It's not a perfect world, but it's not one to be frightened of either. So we say it tonight as we always have, and we mean it. Please don't have nightmares. 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 Whatever happens, don't have nightmares. Do please sleep well. Good night.
And I wonder if it struck you, as it did me at the end of that film, that Nick, you look as if you haven't aged a day in 20 years.
I wish.
Well, just in case we do have another 20 years of crime, we've done a little image here of how you might age in the next 20 years.
For your sake, I hope that's not the fate of Crimewatch in 2024. Let's see what's going on in the real world now. Jeremy.
Well, we appealed earlier for your help in tracking down Noel Cunningham and Clifford Hobbs, those 2 dangerous men who were about to stand trial on conspiracy to rob charges when they were sprung by 2 men, one dressed as a postman who shot the driver of the prison van. Been lots of calls on that now, and the officer in the case is actually on the phone to somebody right now, I understand, with somebody who knows where they are, so that looks pretty promising.
Over all the incident room numbers, can I just tell you, are on CFAX on page 621, and you can see a reminder of some of tonight's cases and crime prevention advice and a great deal more at bbc.co.uk/crime.
Over the last 20 years, hundreds of actors have taken part in our reconstructions, and we purposely choose faces who aren't well known, so you won't be distracted by them when watching. But some of our cast list have gone on to become household names.
Will I be famous?
I was quite thrilled that I managed to get a TV job. I travelled up from London on my own and didn't know who I was meeting or where I was going, so I was quite nervous.
Hi, it's me. Can you pick me up? I'll see you at the school.
If I hear about either of you 2 going in that shop again, there'll be a real vicious assault. You got me?
Who are you talking to?
Do you want to come to Florida with us or not?
Well, you're not leaving me behind.
Then I'm talking to you. When I can, I watch Crimewatch. I think it's a great public service. I think people are much more aware of things if they actually see it on television. It jogs their memory and solve the crimes.
Help me get away from that man.
Here's another Coronation Street regular you might recognise, Ian Mercer, who played Gary Mallet.
What's this then, eh?
It's an air rifle.
Don't look like an air rifle to me. Antique, is it? Come on, do you want some of this?
And this violent robber is otherwise known as Alan Igbon, who played Tony Stewart.
I'm sorry about that, lovey.
That's all right.
This actress hardly recognised herself on Crimewatch.
All right,
My thoughts were, my goodness me, she does look younger. And I thought, why is she wearing those awful specs? And I think the Crimewatch programme is totally admirable, very worthy, very important to the community, because it helps to solve these important crimes which would be left unsolved. You have to be Alfie Moon, don't you? making everyone else happy. You forget about yourself.
Yeah, but I really love her.
Then she deserves something special. She deserves the real you.
Hello.
How are you?
What time are you
And Daniela Denby Ash played Sarah Hills for 4 years.
I'll leave the alarm on.
You must stop avoiding me now.
I wasn't. I was just playing hard to get.
What?
Well, I could only take so much of your big-headed comments.
I am not big-headed. Well, maybe a little bit.
Fortunately, you're worth it.
What's going on?
It's all right, mate. It's been a bit of a knock-up. Bloke got a bit mouthy, but it's sorted.
Yeah, it looked like you were giving him a bit of a freshen.
Leave it, pal.
Here's an actor who swapped crime for a more peaceful country life.
You want to tell Viv, you know, we should be on free refills. Too small, these. Just one for Marlon, please.
You could always tell her yourself.
And his on-screen wife has also appeared on Crimewatch.
Right. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Excuse me.
Just a minute, love.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Thank you.
Ah, what's the problem, love?
Can you get the police?
What's the problem?
Just get the police.
You're dealing with real people's feelings and emotions. It's not like a normal acting job, and you don't tackle it as a normal acting job.
And finally, a fellow crime fighter, Sergeant Toolan from A Touch of Frost.
If you resemble the person, with a bit of luck, it does jog people's memory. I do watch it, not only as an actor who's in a police series himself, watching other policemen work, but I do watch it because I think it just does such a tremendous job.
Fiona and I are about the only ones who haven't found soap stardom. About as far as we've made it is dead ringers. Talking of ringers, our phone lines are open until midnight tonight and from 7:30 a.m. until midnight tomorrow and Thursday.
Next month's programme will be on Wednesday, the 28th of July, when we'll be asking for your help in catching a robber who became a rapist.
We'll be back at 11:20 with Crimewatch Update, and if you can't join us then, well, do remember the crimes we feature are very, very rare. They really are, and as I've been saying since I first ad-libbed it 20 years ago, don't have nightmares, do sleep well. Good night.
Actually, Nick, it's not quite good night. You don't know this, but you have been on the programme for 20 years, and we couldn't let tonight pass without a little surprise. So we have a little present for you, don't we? Mark, this is Mark, our floor manager, incidentally, who helps us through the programme every month. Nick, a little present for you, all the presenters you work with and the team. Say thanks very much for 20 fantastic years.
Well, thank you to you, Fiona. Thank you to all of you guys. And above all, thank you, because it's you who made this programme what it is. As Fiona was saying, when we first went on air in 1984, we were so relieved to get on air because we'd had such difficulties getting the programme, getting the police to take part, that we'd had a strike, so the scenery wasn't built. We're so pleased to get on air. It was only when we were actually running that it suddenly occurred to us, what happens if nobody calls?
Well, thank goodness they did, and they still are.
Thank you very much indeed.
You're very welcome.
Good night.
Good night.